It was a really interesting path. It's like when I went to the U of A, I went to the U of A for my undergrad. I mean, I definitely had different plans. Like, I didn't go there as an 18-year-old and being like, yeah, I want to be a therapist, you know. I struggled a lot actually, like choosing my major. I went from wanting to be a dance major to photography to nutrition,
Mm.
and then I finally landed on psychology. And I think,
It's quite the
yeah, I
varied
know,
degrees,
right?
though.
Yeah, it was definitely a struggle between like the programming of like how am I going to make money in the world, you know, like all these things and like
Mm,
where's my heart at and you know all the normal things that like someone in the Western paradigm who's is being institutionalized through college is like questioning, right? So,
sure.
um but like one thing I knew was that I had like a deep love for humanity, and I was so interested in like social psychology and just like, you know, the mind and the body. But I didn't really know what I was going to do with that, you know. Um, so after I graduated in 2009, I went to go work for a community mental health center here in Tucson, Arizona. And I worked for them for like almost 11 years. So that took me, you know, so just being in that environment and learning so much about helping other people eventually, once again, I went through like a what am I gonna do and like, you know, just a soul searching kind of thing. Um, and yeah, someone told me about social work, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, it was like, you could do a lot of things with that. So I'm like the type of person, like, I don't like to be kind of pigeonholed and like, I only have one choice. Like, I can go into policy with that. I can go into legislation. I can go into grassroots organization. And the last thing I thought I was going to do with it is become a therapist, to be super honest. Like, so, totally, like all throughout my master's program, I focused on like grassroots programs in underserved communities, you know? And
Mm.
but once I did the EMDR training, which was free and offered by my work, that was like the game changer because after that training, like my like I'm bawling my eyes out and I'm like, "Oh my God, like number one, this works so well. Number two, I need to go get a therapist, you know?" So so it was like this I don't know how to explain it other than like maybe in shamanic terms. It was like this random initiation that I never expected that brought me into
Mm.
such a like a deeper quality of life. And as I healed, you know, with my own childhood trauma, and I was able to take people through that, that's really what made me fall in love with the work of childhood trauma, you know, other things, addiction, anxiety, you know, stuff like that. Because I actually had tools to help myself, and then I could give those tools to
Mhm.
other people to empower them to change their life in ways like just never imaginable. Um, so yeah, and then when the ayahuasca happened, it was just kind of like I guess the cherry on top. I don't know how, how else to explain it, but yeah, so um it wasn't like this, you know, I'm going to be a therapist. It just kind of I fell into it, and then I just ended up falling in love with it.